promise of equal opportunity, the promise of equal justice, the promise that your voice matters, the promise that your vote matters.
For more than 3 decades, the Rainbow Push Coalition has brought together leaders, activists, and community members for its annual conference.
This 250th anniversary, we're forced to confront a difficult truth. The distance between America's promise and America's reality remained too far for far too many people.
A vision of the late Reverend Jesse Jackson. But this year's gathering carried a different tone, a more somber feeling. This year marked the first conference without Reverend Jackson in attendance. However, his son, Yusuf Jackson, carried on the tradition, keeping it close to home on Chicago's South Side, where it all began. This year's theme focused on fulfilling the American promise.
The promise of equal opportunity, the promise of equal justice, the promise that your voice matters, the promise that your vote matters.
The conference kicked off with a youth empowerment program aimed at preparing the next generation of leaders. The imagery throughout the event spoke volumes, serving as a reminder of the 1963 March on Washington for jobs and freedom, as the nation approaches the 250th anniversary of America. Chicago Teachers Union President Stacey Davis Gates shared her vision for fulfilling the American promise.
Stop agreeing with people whose conclusion about black children is different than your conclusion about black children. I'm going to say it again because I actually mean this. I can't agree with you about black children until you tell me what your conclusion is about black children.
For some young people, fulfilling that promise means breaking down barriers and refusing to be defined by labels.
It's simple. We first need to stop thinking we're red states and we're blue states and remember that we're Americans. It's time that we start uniting in our communities and understanding that even though we may disagree on a few things, one thing we do know is we want to make sure our children go to good schools. One thing we do know is we want to make sure that we work and go home and have a good enough check where we don't have to go out and work that 3rd grade hour shift.
This annual conference served as a reminder that the country still has work to do in delivering on the promises that so many people have fought, voted, and even died for.